Okay, so what we've got here is a spreadsheet that I use when I'm reading and taking notes from articles, book chapters, or whatever. So I want to just talk you through some of the elements of it. It starts with a column for the page number, which is fairly self-explanatory. In column B here, the notes column, I try where possible to directly quote from the article. So to cut and paste from that article into this spreadsheet. I can always summarize that later. Normally, I don't use the quote. I put it in my own words, but I find it's much easier to have the quote there so that I can remember precisely what was said. I can always go from the quote to my own words, but obviously you can't go the other way. In column C, I have an abbreviated version of the reference, a sort of citation. I have the references stored somewhere else, and I'll show you that in another video. So the combination of these three columns enables me to quote and to cite that quote, so the in-text citation can be completed. Column D here, the conceptual framework elements, we can forget that for the moment. That's essentially a notes column. And in column E, I have a notes or comparison column. Every time I'm doing some reading, I have notes that I've cut and pasted from the article. That's column B. But I also have a column for notes and thoughts that I might have. So you can see that some of these citations here have a note which might be how I think it will fit in to the rest of the work, how I think it compares to the ideas that I've had or that I'm working on. And so that when I come to do the writing or do the planning of the writing, I can see how various elements were working together. So some of them have notes, some of them don't have notes. Some of them I've put in here. You might be able to see for number 25 here. I've put reference it. I definitely want to include this reference in the piece of work that I'm writing. So this is the process that I use for storing notes. So I have this open all the time when I'm reading, and anytime I come across something that I think might be useful, I put it in here. So some of these will get used, some of these won't get used, but this is a quick and easy way of just keeping track of potential references to include, ideas to include in the piece of work.